Hello, this is a test. Don't think my stream has started properly because I'm not seeing the little hey, oh, there it is. Okay, so I went live. Uh, Chaosbringer Lancer. Goal is a Chaosbringer Lancer for this stream, and maybe we're gonna try to get to the beginning of Gilgamesh difficulty, maybe around floor 4 to 5-ish. Um, And this will be a one-part tutorial, one-part stream. Kind of depends on the chat. But for now, um, kind of looking at, let's say that and I'm gonna talk about things as if a player hasn't watched the other videos for a bit, and well, so this is gonna be a long video, but a relatively short stream. So we're gonna explore after you beat the game and you have access to the season pass. How do you get stronger? Where do you go? And then, in my case, I'm going to take some shortcuts just to accelerate um, my progression through the DLC, except that I'm not going to use the extra mode, and we'll talk about that, and we'll also talk a little bit about co-op, or if you were playing multiplayer. So when you beat the game, you'll get access to chaos difficulty. And one of the things that you'll see is your camera will try to pan over to Chaos Shrine Illusion at Journey's End. And this is the only mission that you can do without spending any anima crystals. Um, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. In the base game, if you don't have the season pass, this is the only mission you can do without spending anima crystals. And by default, you'll have 0 anima crystals. Um, if you do have the season pass, one of the prompts that showed up will tell you to go to the Ancient Chaos Shrine, Light of Possibility on Chaos difficulty. And if you pass over the prompt, if you go to Tips, to Exploration, and at the very bottom, if it's the latest thing that you just unlocked, it's going to tell you, oh, here's the prologue. And at the bottom it says, if you want to experience that, play through Chaos Difficulty Mission Light of Possibility. So if there's no guide or wiki online on how do you progress through the DLC, like where to go, the assumption is the prompts in the game will tell you where to go, and that's why a lot of folks just won't write a guide on repeating the prompts. But some folks might, and you might find it in a subreddit or maybe a trophy guide somewhere. Uh, but one of the things on this difficulty or chaos difficulty onward is on the left side there it says limit release swordsman, and the limit release is a level cap increase, and that level cap increase lets you go to your job trees and invest more master points. This is unlocked. Master points are unlocked when you clear the base game story, um, and the job level is 30 or higher. So I'm pressing my R3 equivalent. In the bottom right, it says Job Master. I'm pressing that, and I'm opening up the master points. And my general recommendation is your category 1, your main stats, strength through potentially luck, before your percentage based stats in category 3, 2, 3, and 4. And so some of why I say that without going out and testing it in this very video is, although it would make the video more comprehensive, if you go to the tips and then customization and then stat effects, there's going to be things like, oh, increases your strength, physical attack power, agility, break damage dealt on critical hits, stamina, defense against physical attacks. And as I start to move over, uh, these next two ones are pretty important. Intellect, your magic attack power and the MP recovered by your normal attacks. And then Spirit, your defense against magic attacks and your MP recovered by a successful Soul Shield. And then Luck, unfortunately, seems to be on the smaller side from what I've done so far. Uh, and I stopped testing it after the company changed how drops worked and completely destroyed 200 hours of data collection. So I said, screw it, not doing that again. So uh, we are going to look for limit releases. And in this case, I think I said we're going to do the video. Let's see. So just finished talking about limit release and stats a little. And this way, when I see my chat as I fast forward through this VOD later, when I post to YouTube, I can kind of tell, okay, I need to put the timestamp around that point, um, even though I should have made this full screen. So, you know what would really suck is if my mic was off the entire time. I probably should have checked that. So, uh, let's say that I did Light of Possibility, and I already did. I did complete that before the stream. When you complete it, you're going to get 100 anima crystals, not shards, crystals. And if I go to my job tree at the bottom left corner, I can see, okay, anima shards held, I have 0. Anima crystals held, I have 85. I did spend 15 of those 100 already. Um, and at that point, you can start to unlock things, unlock missions that have the limit releases that you want. Um, so, for example, I'm looking for Lancer, and I can't immediately recall where that is. I think that's going to be in the Flying Fortress with Tiamat. So when I go down to select mission level, I see here it's at least 155, and I do need at least one anima crystal to do that. And as I go up further, I see that the highest limit release is at 215 on chaos difficulty. And everything after that is just bonus, like some equipment that you could use, some extra anima crystals, and that's nice. Um, but for a Lancer, it looks like I only really want 195. And so uh, I could unlock that, but before I do, I did say I was going to take some shortcuts. So, uh, and this part is a repeat video. So, through DLC1, Bahamut difficulty. So this part's going to be a repeat. Um, the Light of Possibility, complete that, and then going up to the Dragon Cave, doing that story. It unlocks Bahamut difficulty, and once you're on Bahamut difficulty, you're going to get bombarded with like 10 different tutorials, and ultimately, we want to progress this bar of like when you're at the very like when you select a mission, the at the top center, there's going to be next story event, Dragon Treasure 0 remaining. And as you get Dragon Treasure or credit for Dragon Treasure, you'll progress towards the next conversation with Bahamut. And the goal is to have all the talks with Mr. Dragon in order to unlock a mission. In this case, Trials of the Dragon King, and then eventually another mission at the Chaos Shrine, Ancient Chaos Shrine. Once you've done Trials of the Dragon King and the remaining conversations. Uh, Now, I did say something about multiplayer notes. If you are playing with others, to make sure that whoever is joining you, the visitors, that they unlock the mission prior to joining your lobby as the host. Uh, if you do not, if you do not, oh shoot, looks like I already did this mission. Crap. Okay, so um, Where did my anima crystals go? Well, I can't take the video back now. It's too late. We're gonna keep going here. Uh, I really thought I loaded a save where I didn't do that. Okay, this is embarrassing. So if the visitors do not unlock the mission, all they're going to get is, at this point, 43 dragon treasures and 22 anima crystals if I were to do this mission on 400. Versus the host, they're going to get all of these other rewards. So, all of those first time rewards, that's about 600 plus anima crystals. So, um, oh, crap, this almost makes me want to like load back. But we're gonna keep going here. We're gonna salvage this stream, this VOD, this video. Stop apologizing. Just do it. Sorry. Okay, so at this point, then I must have enough dragon treasures to actually do. You know what? Let's pretend like we're still doing this. So I would go take my 100 anima crystals and I would unlock Sunken Shrine, Azure Memories, the Rebel, mission level 400. I would then go to my dragon trials and I would crank up most of these trials except for max MP boost and recovery. We're going to just make this as painful as possible because the goal here is that if we get hit, we're dead. If you're playing co-op, consider turning off the potions so that you have a chance to revive each other, because if Jack goes down and one of the visitors eats up all the Phoenix Downs, you're screwed. Doesn't matter if the visitors make it to the cubes, they don't have a way to revive Jack. Um, so maybe turn off the potions, and at least for this map, visitors do not eat up the Phoenix Downs. They're just left to rot until someone gets to the save point. Um, as cruel as that sounds, I've seen this take much longer than it's supposed to. And now that these dragon trials are high, I'm going to get 1700 dragon treasures for completing this mission. And I'm going to progress through Bahamut's conversations that much faster. Now, the way we're going to get through this is I'm going to my battle settings and I'm making sure that Jack has two jobs. One, mage, because the mage will be able to push the enemies off at the very end of the stage from a safe distance using the Ero spell or Eroga, and also mage because you recover MP while casting. So just holding the button will let you start recovering MP so that you can cast a third Eroga if you have to. Now, the reason I'm using Ninja is because they have on their job action, their job wheel, they have Utsemi, which lets you avoid 3 hits. So I'm going to go into this mission now. And see, at this point in the accelerated video, I'm already fighting. I think I'm already talking to Bahamut. And I've already done this a few times. But, ooh, frame rate, what's going on? So, Ninja, using the job action, the Utsemi, on the 3 o'clock position. And for some reason, my frame rate is just dropping. This tends to happen when I have a second monitor going. But the Utsemi lets me avoid up to 3 hits.
Let's go.
And at this point, I'm going to run by all the enemies and grab the key card for the final room. So I'll say hug left. I think I also did say hug the left wall. Wall. Pardon me. I can't. And then go through the door. Do not go. Oh my gosh, I'm saying the same things I said in that other video. Don't go up that other ladder. Then we drop down at the end of the hall here. And our goal is to get the key card from that chest. So I'm going to try. I am going to die.
I'm ready.
Oops.
All right.
Not today. Not today. That could have gone better. I'm having trouble running for some reason. No, you
I'm not
stupid
dead
bat.
yet.
You stupid
We're
bat.
in for it now.
Uh, poison, I don't think can kill the player anymore. So, at launch it could. I'm sorry. And then I went up this ladder and just watching 34s come out of my butt.
Were those cubes?
Toxic poop. Uh-oh. Dark, dark, gooey pooey. Stop it. Use the cubes. Uh, it's important that Jack gets those cubes. And then just for safe measure, you could
I'm
use
ready.
Utsemi. But we're going to switch to the mage. And if you're uncertain about getting to the arrow spell in the middle of combat, you can start pre-casting and make sure that you're on arrow ga. And then you can dodge or block or whatever to end the spell. At the very least, we don't have to think about selecting
We've
it.
got our work
And
cut out
now
for
I
us.
can start casting Uroga. And I like to pick this corner. If I was faster, the enemy would have already been... Well, okay. Because I took too much time, the ogre actually started walking around. So we're going to push the ogre. So if I was faster, I would have started from this corner. The ogre would have been directly behind the Malboro, and by the second or third push, they would have both been defeated. So at this point, you've cleared the mission, or could have cleared the mission. I'm going to say, like, oh, you've done this, and you're going to do that, and this is a bossy Ben Butt. No. But the reason I intentionally showing that as long as you have mage and ninja, or mostly the mage, even with level 1 gear, you can get 600 plus anima crystals the first time and the 1700 crystals. I'm sorry, the 1700 dragon treasures. And this is not the most efficient way to do it. It's just one of the lowest effort, no RNG ways to get dragon treasures. Efficiency wise, you would actually go and just kind of take out the bosses. So bosses like the Ebon Memories, the Tragic Cynic, and uh, I tend not to do Kraken just because he likes to swim around for about 7 seconds, and that's kind of annoying. Um, so that kind of thing. And then same thing with Lich. Lich likes to sometimes just teleport away into oblivion for up to 5 seconds, and that's gets kind of annoying when he keeps doing that. So you either spawn kill him or you don't. So Tiamat, at least, she's just well, phase two can get pretty rough depending on how you play in your build. So I digress. This can be longer than 20 minutes because it is a VOD after all. But nobody's gonna want to watch. Hey, 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 focus. So next thing we would do is the Hollowed Massif, as your memories stymied. If you don't have that mission unlocked, you'd have to go to the Cavern of Earth. And I think last time I didn't actually cover where that was, but let me just kind of cover where that is. Uh, Now, before we go and unlock that, we're gonna go to the menu, to the Bahamut menu, to the exchange shop, and on the fifth menu at the top, or like R1 or RB, um, I'm going to buy the Marksman limit release, and that would have been just above. Oh, I haven't done that actually. So I'm going to buy the Marksman limit release. And now that I have all of them, this will allow me to invest a little bit, get access to the Starlight combo ability. Pardon me, ear cough. Um, Let me just uh, limit release Marksman, Starlight, Stymied, unlock. This will allow me to access Starlight, which is magic damage, and the Marksman has a combo ability effect where if you deal magic damage, you recover MP. And so Starlight is a continuous magic attack that will continuously recover MP, and it staggers, we'll call it medium to weaker enemies. And in this patch, it can stagger some elites, or 3-star enemies. We don't actually get to see the stars. That's kind of a how the developers referenced them behind the scenes. Um, and then we're going to go back later and address a few things. But I'm going to battle settings. I am switching my one of my jobs over. I'm going to switch. I'm going to make Ninja my second job just for aesthetic purposes, and then Marksman is going to be my first job. And then whatever gun that you have access to. Okay, so on this save, I was playing around at mission level 220, apparently. Apparently. And I seem to have gotten all of my jobs up to 30. Okay, I think I see where I could have been going with the save, except that I went into Bahamut difficulty for some reason. Uh, in any case, I'm going to now just, I'm going to equip the highest level that I can for now. 260, the F? Um, Maybe that's a mission reward. Let's pretend like that's a mission reward. Oh gosh, Jack. Fashion. Um, Another thing we're going to do. So, uh, two things we're going to do. One, I'm going to go to my job tree to marksman, and I'm going to try to get up to level 47. And uh, I don't have enough crystals to actually do that. No, it's fine. Uh, we're going to get up to whoops. We're going to go to level 47, at least 47. And the reason is, and also unlock all of the job tree, especially the gunman's soul. That's super important. But unlock all the job tree, and then for your master points, you can invest in the marksman job affinity to get to 330%. And combined with the other marksman affinity on the job tree, you will then get access to Gunmaster. And it enables all the weapon abilities for the gun that's currently available. There are some restrictions, uh, like you can't put a first link only ability on an aiming slot, type of thing. So, and vice versa. Like, so Flood Bomb, I can't put that on an aiming slot. And Chain Shot, I can't put that on the like the melee slot. But this while aiming one, Gunman Soul restores MP based on magic damage dealt at the top center there. I am going to set Starlight. That is, it deals holy damage. Well, holy is magic. Holy magic, and uh, this will help. And then I'm still gonna have Ninja as the second job. Um, just kind of probably could just be a gun job. And I had Flea originally because I thought I was going to be running by things and all this other good stuff. But we're gonna we'll do that later. Second thing, the second thing, we're gonna turn off all the dragon trials because these will get us in trouble. And then we're gonna talk about the how to unlock Hollowed Massif, the Stymied. And so we're going to the Cavern of Earth, Memories of Earth, and we're just going to unlock, in this case, wait, is there a Lancer? No. Okay, so we're going to unlock, You know, it doesn't even need to be on the hardest difficulty. It can just be on like action or some crap. And we're gonna go start the mission, and I'm going to intentionally run by things. Uh, oh,
Time for a
frame rate.
change. It
It's
isn't
semi,
over.
just in case.
So the Earth crystals are
Flee
here
command.
somewhere, right?
Yeah, though it's covered in darkness.
Something smells rotten in here.
It does.
Let's move.
I'm running by. Wow, this frame rate dropped pretty fast. I wonder what that is. Like, is something stealing focus from
Now
the
then.
game?
That's insane. I can't even see the bottom. We better watch our step.
Nice try. Hiding in a place like this, huh?
Attacking them head on is suicide.
Then let's find another way. I'm not about to die here. More of those.
This is a mistake. That was reckless. I should have just starlighted my way in here, kind of like this.
This looks good.
But I didn't do that, so it's fine. It's fine.
Are those cubes?
Yeah. Let's get another Utsemi going. Although, on this difficulty, we probably don't need to.
Let's go.
Walter, we gotta do something.
You know, I thought I was going to shoot the wall.
Any ideas?
If I die. What? Uh-oh. I actually died. Sorry. What a horrible cackle laugh. So,
Time for a change.
so,
It isn't over.
yeah, after 5,000 plus hours, I die like that.
There you go.
What a horrible way to go.
This looks good.
Friggin' gun.
Phew, that was a close one.
Oh, shoot.
That was quick.
So, a small rant. There are some folks that will say these bosses or these game has input reading, and the extent of what I understood of that, or at least those comments, was those players felt that the boss was looking literally at their inputs and determining a course of action that would counter it. And the way the AI works in this game, it tends to look at the distance between you and the distance between you and itself. When you hit it, the AI usually starts to update, or when the AI finishes an attack, it decides, it looks like, okay, what's the next action I can do from this distance in order to attack
Sophia.
the player?
Just what is this?
Do I
dark
want to
crystal?
attack this player
I know
who
what it
hit
can
me
do.
last?
What in the world is it?
What ability have I
should be
done
telling you.
recently?
But there's no way for us
And
to know
then
for
the
sure.
input part of
Asgos
this.
might know
Whoops,
something.
sorry.
Good point. Let's ask him next time.
And then the
I wouldn't.
input part of this
Why?
is
You don't want me to repeat myself. Trust me.
Scary. You
the
remember anything about that place, Ash?
it'll look to see, is the player using a projectile attack, for example?
Makes sense.
Reminisce about
Is the
past
player
when you're old and
broken?
gray. Right now, we got a job to do.
We can use this to go up.
Sorry. So, yeah, is the player broken? And you go to the end of the hall here for the thing to drop down
Let's go.
3 times. I was wrong, 4 times. And then there's a hidden wall on the left side coming up. and then the mission for the stymied is in this room, and
Now
you'd
then.
unlock it. But yeah, no, the enemy looks and assesses like, oh, is there a projectile in play? Um, for example, and then the skeleton, if there is a projectile in play recently, the skeleton will then do shadow circle. Um, or if one of the bosses later, if they were attacked recently, they will put up a shield and they will counterattack you if you end up attacking that shield. But you can also fake them out and they will end up counterattacking in the wrong direction, which gives you a lot of opening there. Um, so there's things where the game reads what is currently happening or what has happened recently, and then that's kind of the extent of the input. But if you move left, right, forward, back, or you start an attack or whatnot, the game, the AI is not smart enough to know. Oh, this is how I directly counter that. It just like if you stand in place, the AI will do the same thing, with the exceptions of those specific scenarios that I mentioned. Will do the same thing as if you had attacked. Um, and so I don't know if I can call that input reading on like for most of the scenarios. Uh, in any case, uh, back to Hollowed Massif. Actually doing Hollowed Massif, the stymied. What a rant! What a rant! What a rant! Rant. Um, I really need to make a. No, let's finish this first. So, Hollowed Massif, as your memories to stymied. At this point, you don't need to turn on any Dragon Trials. If you turn on anything, let it be stuff that doesn't make the match. Uh, Let it be something where you don't lose. That doesn't extend the length of the match. So, um, I'm going to show you the trials to not turn on. Don't turn on max MP recovery boost. Don't turn on enemy stats. Oops, don't turn on break damage dealt, and don't turn on negate all armor effects. These are the four you want to avoid, at least for this generally. Just it'll drag this process out, and the payout is just not worth it to me, because this mission, look at the Dragon Trials. It gives you 11 for mission level 400 versus the Sunken Shrine gives you 43. So you're about to extend the length of a mission by a lot, for and you're not going to get very many dragon treasures in the process. And there's only one enemy that you're going to be fighting, and I'm going to crank up almost everything else. Here's the thing. At the bottom right corner, that rank determines the quality of loot that you get. So once your rank is at 6, the loot is going to be as good as it's going to get on Bahamut difficulty. Um, where we'll call it 4-star enemies, or in this case bosses, drop the best loot. And then 3-star enemies, like usually elites that don't respawn, like a Tonberry, a Cactar, um, a Griffin Queen, those types of things, they drop the next best loot. And in this case, the Malboro at the end of this mission is a 3-star enemy, to my knowledge. I'd have to look that up. I have the book in Japanese, so I could look it up. But you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to do it right now. I'm looking it up. I wish I could have this on stream, but Malboro. That is. I was wrong. The Malboro, according to this, is only 2? Huh. Well, that's embarrassing. Uh Wait, this can't be right. No, this can't be right. There's something wrong here. Because it says a Tonberry is just a 1. And we know Tonberries are friggin' scary. A goblin is a friggin' 1. Okay, so I don't trust that book anymore. Yeah, I forget that book, man. This is no. So, Hollowed Massif. I'm going in with the marksman, ninja. Uh, my trials are up unnecessarily. Make sure if you're doing this in co-op, visitors have unlocked the mission as well. And
Let's loot
then
this place clean.
it's semi, and then we're gonna make a giant U shape. Uh, I'm starting from the upper left corner of the U, and then I'm going to the upper right corner of the U, running by all the enemies and getting a key. And then now this is where I abandon the U shape and then go straight down the hall,
Now then,
and then
let's go.
this is pretty dark, huh?
Getting desperate.
And get to the final room. Now at this point, I hold normal attack, get close enough, and then start pressing the button. Oh, the starlight button. And I generally avert my eyes until this is over. And you can do this with a level 47 marksman with a level 1 weapon. And it would take about almost... It would take less than a minute on the actual fight here. But the point of that was to get some gear that is a higher item level so that I can settle into the gear. Now, I'm going to do this maybe 2 more times just to, you know what? I'm feeling too lazy to do it 2 more times. Let's look and see if we have enough here. So equipment level, we don't have a headpiece. We don't have a body piece. We do have... well, crap. Okay. Let's do it at least 1 more time, and then we'll take stock of what we have. Our goal, or at least my goal, is item level
Let's loot this place clean.
371, because there's no mission unlock past. Whoops. Oh, that would have been death. There's no mission unlock
Here it comes.
that's unique on the world map where item level matters that's higher than mission level 380. 380 is the highest, then it matters. And then I can make do with that for the rest. Uh-oh. I forgot about the command ability MP cost. I usually don't have that up. And I usually don't use Flay. He said jackpot, and his name is Jack. Giggles. Okay, so. Oh, wait, I'm not looking for a gun, I'm looking for a lance. Crap. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this again. I want a lance that's like 300 at least.
Alright, let's loot this place clean. Let's go.
Although I'm half tempted to just start slaying bosses, but then this video would be like, what the heck is he doing? Is he grinding on stream? Or, well, grinding on stream's okay, but grinding for a YouTube video, that might not be so good. It's too late. It's already happened. It's happening. Pardon me.
Now then. There you are.
Darn it, Laura. The Dark Dark Gooey Pooey song is stuck in my head. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get a lance. So at this point, we're going to splurge, and uh, we're going to start prepping the preparing the Lancer Chaosbringer. So I'm going to park this setup for farming. If you're on the PC, unfortunately, you cannot put spaces in the name um, for farming. You can't put spaces in the name settings, but the game can. But if you type somewhere else and paste it, copy and paste, it'll let you do that. Pardon me. And so I am going to first turn off the Dragon Trials because they're so danger. I'm going to go to the exchange shop. I'm going to go to Lancer and buy 2 limit releases so that my Lancer is a higher level, or can be a higher level. Now, for safety reasons, I should be using Ninja, but I'm not. I'm going to go to Gambler because I want access to um, I just want access to a higher job level without having to run through a second a second series of missions. So my first job, I am going to switch to Lancer, and I'm going to click optimize, and then I'm going to actually back down a little bit and just double check, is there anything with higher stats. In this case, I had a piece that's giving me agility, so I'm going to grab that. It already has agility, that's nice. I am getting a bot just now, so I'm going to ban the bot, report the bot, click on the bot, and then we'll just call this. Wait, is this a bot? Hold on. Ah, shoot. Maybe it wasn't a bot. Crap. Nope, that was a bot. And now their chat is stuck in my stupid stream. Son of a b. Move. How do I find this night users in chat? They're gone already. Why did it not? Okay. Scroll past the chat to get that bot off the screen by. Okay. Uh, where was I? Okay. So I'm just eyeballing on the right side for agility, and if I see something that has the agility, I'm like, sure, go ahead. And uh, like on the UI on the far right side, agility. I'm treating my job affinities like stat sticks at this point. Now, if the agility goes down, I don't bother with it. Uh, and at this point, the Lancer, um, something feels wrong there, but we're gonna just deal with it. So, uh, equipment. Oh, anything higher than that? Nope. Okay. Uh, Let me back up. So why am I going agility? It's because Lance Hurl stat bonus is agility, and the stat bonus affects the damage and the break damage. Now, it's physical. So if I wanted to defeat the enemy through their HP, I would invest in strength. Strength is a larger uh, strength is a larger physical damage boost generally, and then the stat bonus is a moderate damage boost and a moderate break damage boost. And then agility is a larger break damage boost on critical hit. So, pardon me, um, Lancer, and then my lances, I don't, I just don't. Uh, that has a little bit more agility. You know what? Let's stick with the policy. That has more agility for now. My item level is high enough for I think most of the missions I'm going to do. I still want 371, so I happen to have enough exchange shop. If I refresh this, um, I believe I have enough to make this work and then just buy whatever. And I can now avoid the item level penalty anywhere on the world map. That's a lot of friggin' strength. What was that? So unfortunately, I am sacrificing agility for strength here. And then my second job is going to be gambler, because the limit release can start off higher. Now, my second job, I am going to be a lot stricter on the job affinities. So instead of just like equipping the highest level or looking out for agility, I'm looking out for specifically because I'm going to use Chaosbringer. Um, Chaosbringer Gambler setup. I am going to look for the the Void Knight. Well, I'm going to do a filter and then looking for Void Knight. And I'm going to try to get Void Knight up to 120%, which is good. So I already got that just for my daggers. Uh, if need be, I could have grabbed some other stuff. And then I'm going to um, I'm going to look for Breaker. Now the reason why I went to my weapons is so that I have a bit more job affinities on my weapons, so it'll show up in the filter, and then I can go through the rest of my gear, and then if I have it or don't have it, then I can at least equip it. I'm looking for a 120%. Um, so as long as I'm 120% there, and then you know what? Let me just remove some of this other stuff just so I can better see what I need or want. And then, so I'm sorry. Let me back up. Chaosbringer. Chaosbringer consumes all of your MP. It increases your break damage dealt by 100%. Um, all of your attacks deal max break damage 100%, so it doesn't stack with anything that increases your max break damage dealt, unfortunately. Enemy soul burst if they get down to 0 HP, not the break, unfortunately. And most importantly, all of my abilities cost 0 MP to activate. But, well, maybe that's not the most important. One of the other important parts is the only way to build your max MP back up while Chaosbringer is happening is to soul burst an enemy. And soul bursting recovers your max MP based on how much soul burst MP recovery you have. So breaker 50% and 120%, and it also your increased MP limit boost rate. So Void Knight 50% and 120%. Those both influence that. Important. Um, and then because I'm going to be buffing a bit, I might just look for White Mage, even though Cyclic Warrior would really help out here. But I'm going to look for White Mage up to 120%. Even though buffs are free, it's the idea that the buff will fall off, and I don't want to have to or I just don't have to reapply it as often. Not much more, but I mean, it's an extra 6 seconds. Um, and then I don't even know what to do with the last piece right now. My brain is frying. doesn't even matter. And because I'm gambler, I'm gonna get. Well, no, this doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to equip anything at this point, just so that it is equipped. And ideally, I'd look for a piece that has Lightbringer duration. That's so great. That's nice. That's lovely. And one of the reasons I chose Gambler, well, two of the reasons. One, I can increase the max job level much higher. Two, it had some buff duration, and I think it had Soul Burst MP recovery. I could be mistaken. Yeah, Soul Burst MP recovery on it. So that really helps. That's great. And then three, I'm going to invest not too many levels as I end up boosting all this up. So my Lightbringer duration can be a lot higher, and then my increase MP limit boost rate can be a lot higher, and then my Soul Burst MP recovery can also be higher. Uh, and I think I want just a bit more. I realized there's a way to jump around by L1, R1. And so that is now boosting my secondary job quite a bit. Let me just save these effects and then go to the smithy, and against my better judgment, we're going to pretty much select everything that is below a certain level and just zap it out of existence. It would be so much easier just to lock something that's higher up, but in my particular case, uh, I know that I'm not coming back to this save after this video. Uh-oh. I did that a little bit incorrect. That's fine. I know that I'm not coming back to the save after this video. Wow, I should have done it the other way around. So this is why I'm selecting all and destroying it. Um, but I think I'll probably use the end of this video to talk about fuse and stuff like that. So, and I'm not even going to bother looking through that. And why I did some of that is, let's back up. I'm going to the smithy. I'm going to change my special effects for my Chaosbringer job. And I happen to know that the item level for those jobs were pretty low. I'm going to change things around, like I'm going to make the Lightbringer duration last longer. I'm going to make the Soul Burst MP recovery better. And then I'm going to kind of just do that across the board. And if I really had the resources, I'd do it again. I friggin' do it again. I would increase the buff duration as well. But I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a placeholder as if I were. Curse resistance is actually a bugged stat that does nothing in this game except disappoint you. I've been reporting it. Well, I stopped reporting it back in I stopped reporting it back in 2023, but oops. Oh shoot. This is on the main job. Darn it. Okay. Whoops. Uh So we have a Lightbringer that, I'm sorry, in this case, a Chaosbringer that lasts even longer. For our main gear, we want to put agility on all the pieces, and because we're going to lean into the break damage, we're going to see if we can break them. Let me see if I can get agility first, because I think I'm running low on those resources. So, agility. And if you're really going for it, sometimes the same effect has, well, sometimes the effect has a little bit, what am I trying to say here? if you're moving one stat from another, like strength to agility, the resources cost a little bit less than if you were trying to do something like damage dealt to agility for some reason. Um, and I just never bothered to document all of that. Uh, but let's see. So on the Lancer, oh shoot, I should have said something about the Lancer setup. Uh, retro Lancer smithing effect. Um, we're going for agility during Lightbringer break damage dealt, and whatever highest other break damage dealt we can take advantage of. In this case, maybe I'd love to do critical, but I'm not always on the enemy's backside, so ability break damage dealt it is. Uh, and even though those effects are yellow and they're supposed to be stronger, they don't help us with how we're going to play, or not play. Like I'm not using water attacks to be like I'm not using daggers or ninjutsu or cyclic warrior, um, blue mage or black mage or sage or mage that actually has the water attacks. I know there's another job, gun, flood, flood bomb. So even though that's a higher value because it's not getting used, and I don't have any intention to use such a build, that we get rid of it. Afflicted enemy, because I am not afflicting status ailments like slow or fire vulnerability, I'm not going to invest in it. And I'm going to just swap it out. Yeah, I could take advantage of it with a setup, but I'm not setting that up. Like, I'm not a tyrant job, the tyrant job. Pardon me. Whoops. Sorry, I think trying to talk and do this at the same time uh, is messing with my brain a little bit. Also, I'm filtering and equipping by Jack so that I can just pump these up a little faster. Pump it up. Lightbringer duration. Nope. Screwed up there. And I'm just upgrading all these pieces. Darn it. Darn. And then just so I can keep track of it for later, I'm marking it as red and then marking the other ones as white. This is where the fun of the game is. So I tend to mark things based on, I'm sorry, based on their job color now. Unless it's a buffing job, in which case I mark it as white. So the rest of the Lancer build that is going to be Chaosbringer. We're going to use Invisible so that we don't get targeted. Oh my gosh, I forgot to set my allies' job actions. Crap. I'm sorry, their gear. I meant to give them Knight. I forgot I was using allies in this. Okay, so we're doing Invisible. We're going to do Barrage, wherever that is. I cannot find that right now. And then I'm going to do... As much as I'd like to do Lunatic, we're going to do... Let's do Lunatic. Lunatic Invisible Barrage again. What a surprise. And then we're going to talk to Bahamut many, many, many times. Let's look at the party members. Let's see if I was crafty enough to actually put... darn it. I was not. Oh, shoot. Chad. Hey, wait a minute. No, use that friggin' hero coat. Okay, so she's squared away. The reason is this. Night 400% on your NPCs will make them unkillable for 20 seconds. If they have Lightbringer duration on top of that, I'm sorry, every 30 seconds they'll be unkillable for 20 seconds. If the more Lightbringer duration you have, the longer that lasts. Um, so I yeah, I don't have that for the others. I'm not even gonna check further. Pardon me. So at this point, I need to. Oh, I don't think I invested any of the stats for Lancer. So let's get some stuff going here. Uh, let's unlock at least. Oh, yeah, okay. Huh. I'm about to look at. Okay. What? No. Okay. I was gonna look at a boss and see whether or not I could or should take it on. But let me at least unlock Memories of the Wind. Even though I unlocked the 400 version, doesn't mean I'm gonna do the 400 version. But I unlocked at least one mission first so that when I go and spend my anima crystals on leveling, I at least have a way to get them back. So agility, um, ability break damage dealt. For Lightbringer damage, or sorry, damage dealt also affects break damage. So shoot, I forgot Lance Hurl is a darn it. Crap. I forgot Lance Hurl is a charge attack. I was like, what was I doing? Uh, so agility, charge attack, break damage dealt, ability break damage dealt. I'm just gonna grab some Lancer job affinity for giggles at this point, and just in case, Soul Burst MP recovery and increase MP max boost rate, because I think when you throw this Lance Hurl, the enemy will explode thanks to Lance Hurl mastery. Um, yeah, broken or so yeah, they'll whatever. Now, just to kind of show, I'm gonna do like the 370 version. This is a lie. I'm doing the 400 version. This is not going to go well. Um, but this is like my little benchmark of where I'm at. So I am going to Chaosbringer, Lunatic, Invisible Barrage, probably Roulette, Chain Cancel, go into my Lancer, and then start hurling and chucking lances at this lady until the fight is over, or until my Chaosbringer ends and I regret it. Switch to my Gambler, Soul Burst, Chaosbringer, buff up again, do it all again. So let's get this squared away. Wait. Well, we're going to abandon mission because that didn't last anywhere as long as I thought. I must have got hit. Hold on. Let me see something.
This is the one.
Oh, I got hit. Okay.
Take it from here, Neo.
Danger!
Don't worry, Ted. I got you.
So, I don't have enough power to make this work. And that's why we need to take this a little slower. So ideally, Lancer limit release journey. probably shouldn't have been experimenting on stream, but ideally, I would go to chaos difficulty and try to start completing some of these missions. But I'm gonna go Lancer one, um, the 341 on Bahamut difficulty and start running around. And I'm probably gonna swap out Lunatic for. I'm gonna swap out Barrage for Reinforce, so that
Huh? Are those clouds?
I build
How
up
high
a
up
little
are we?
faster.
Calm down, we're okay.
And this is a
Or
bit
else
of a
why would
gamble
that thing
here.
send us here? The crystal is just up these stairs.
You think? You hope.
Both. Breathtaking.
Things just got into
Over already?
Next. Let's go.
Darn.
Be ready for anything.
Whoops, wrong job.
Time for a change. Take it from here, Neon.
I'll get them off your back.
This looks good.
I try to switch over to Gambler before they die, so that the soul burst counts a little bit higher. Ah,
Here we go.
having trouble here. But this is sort of a high risk, high reward, but very slow compared to Sage, Cyclic Warrior, and Ninja, and some of the other ways I was doing this. I'm gonna try to group up the enemies for this next part, though.
enemy spotted. Get away from the walls.
I know.
Sorry, just trying to be helpful.
Not that. It's just how I am.
Yep.
You are helpful.
This is not gonna go well. So,
That's practically a compliment
Oops.
coming from you.
Okay.
Dead!
Looks like the switch controls them. Time for a change.
no, the save point is further back. I don't want to deal with that, so I do apologize for running away like this.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
This one's got some teeth.
We've had worse than this. That feeling justified.
I hate how the camera gets taken away from me.
Now then.
What should we do now?
So without Ninja, this is a lot riskier. Like normally I'd just be like, oh, I'm in their face, but no, let's
Found a spot to rest.
swap
I need
Reinforce for Lunatic. And let's see if we can make this happen.
There's one.
Come on. Our attacks go right through it. It's like swinging at air.
Here it comes! Watch out!
Whoops, crap.
All right.
Ah, wrong job again.
This is the one.
Let's see how many times I can die.
There you are.
Let's make this.
That was quick.
I can do this all day.
Slow teleport. Crap. Where'd they go? Oh, shoot. Whoop. Crap, sorry.
That's a huge headache waiting to happen.
Let it kill itself.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
We might get rid of Jed, because he's increasing the difficulty, and he can't stay alive.
Stay there, and we won't have to smash you to pieces.
Oh!
Time for a change. Take it from here, Neon.
I'll leave it at
Need to get one soul shield going.
Here it comes. Time for a change. Neon, hold on. All right. Just a few more swings.
Plant the spot.
This will go better if I wasn't trying to bite off more than I can chew as well. Let me back up. So Invisible is here to avoid being targeted, which will eat away at my Chaosbringer. Reinforce is here so that I can charge up the Lance Hurl faster. Teleport is here so I can get away from all the stuff that's happening instead of Lunatic, where I would have preferred Lunatic. If I were using Ninja as the second job, like if I just willing to get through those missions,
Cubes, over there.
I'll
that
check it out.
this would go a little better. But I'm also still, again, way below the job level that I should be. Like instead of like
Traps
135,
everywhere. You screw
well,
this up, and there'll be hell to pay.
All right. Time for a change.
crap.
Not dead yet. Okay.
Let's...
All right.
I think we're safe.
I can keep going.
This'll be a breeze.
Okay. So we lost some of our... Crap.
We got company.
Come on, follow me. Take it from here, Neon.
I'll get them off your back.
Don't worry, Jed. I got you.
Crap.
Just getting warmed up.
Time for a change.
That hit the spot.
Crap.
All right.
Uh-oh. We might have to abandon this one. Here, take this.
Jackpot.
Hurry up and try it on.
The way of the coward. Flee, run. Run while your allies die. When you know full well if you were willing, you could have won the fight and everyone alive.
We're almost at the top.
Yeah. Stay frosty.
Oh wait, there's no... What am I doing? So, the good thing is, When we win this, we're going to have a much higher chance of clearing out other stuff. But we need to worry about her macro bursting or jumping.
Don't worry, Jet. I got you.
Make sure that you're on the gambler. Reapply some of the buffs. Mostly invisible.
Now we're talking. Wouldn't want this fight to end too quickly.
Neither. This time, let's make sure you...
Oh, crap. I keep forgetting I don't have ninja. So, I died so bad that my frame rate dropped. Crap.
Get hit and it's gonna hurt.
Hold on. God, don't worry, Jet. I got you.
Let's get them up.
I owe you one. I've got a sinking feeling.
Take it from here.
I'll leave you dazzled.
Now we're talking. Wouldn't want this fight to end too quickly.
Me neither. This time, let's make sure it stays down.
Oh, that's something I think I want over time. Will be Red Mage. 250% to reduce the charge time. And haste. So we're going to get rat tails from this. Difficulty. We're gonna get, yeah, rat. Oh my shoot! I should have Oh well. We're gonna do a crap blow. Oh wait, I already did conversations with him. Okay, so again, probably should have used a cleaner save or.
This.
Ooh, that frame rate. I got a token of courage, which unlocks classes. Class trees now available. And for the Lancer, okay, so this is less of a guide now and just more of a VOD. I'm gonna go with the Errant Champion so that I can get a haste after I fully throw one of these suckers, and then it'll be stronger. And then I'm going to dump all my anima crystals here, throw even more into agility. How much can I get? Like, can I get up to 400% Lancer? Oh, shoot. Yeah. So 400% Lancer is just additional boost to my break damage. Well, and damage. Get more there. Charge attack, break damage dealt, and more ability. And then, yeah, let's trust that I'm going to actually get to the other job fast enough. So, okay, and then Errant Champion. We have more agility there. And then the dismantle side, let's just make sure that we have enough. Let's just see if we have enough Knight. So Knight for Jed. And that's it. Okay. not enough. But let's at least lock it in. It'll be a race. Whoever gets knight first wins. Whoops. Where's the other knight piece? So Sophia. Jed. Then everything else just gets dismantled for now. Jack. I thought there was something I couldn't increase in the end. Was it a weapon? So, okay, one of those is not correct. Why am I doing it that way? Okay, so now theoretically I'm getting my revenge on this boss. Maybe. I'm gonna put Jet away so that the fight doesn't drag out.
Time for a change.
Oh, darn it. I forgot to equip the job that gives me haste. This is still... oh, wait, no, nope, nope. I had it, and I was still... well, let's do at least through 70. I'm losing confidence. Whoops.
Better tread carefully.
Stupid runic protection, you son of a gun. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop doing gamble. I don't think that's what's causing it, but I'm still gonna stop doing it.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
Okay, so I don't have the stats to do the 400 version, which means we're going to get another limit release, or another 2 limit releases. Right after we remember where those are. Memories of Poison. Okay, so we don't even have to do the full... we can just go into... well... let's, you know what? For best practices, let's always unlock the higher one in case we need to. And then, the Gambler... I think I have... yeah, I can't invest anymore in the places that matter. Whoops. take the scenic route. I think I already covered that. One of those is a little too high. Ah, no. Let's do damage taken at max HP. Oop, we can't even do that. I'm gonna do nope, can't even do that. I'm gonna do stamina so that if I do get hit physically, I have oh shoot, not that high. No, 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 no. If I do get hit physically, that I have a chance to basically survive. One part of me wants to just dash through the stage, and the other part is like,
I think they know this place.
Careful, or you'll upset Jack.
There's a reason we can't remember our past.
What?
So we can focus on our mission. What else?
All right, I can get behind that theory.
This looks good.
Lucky.
and whenever there's 3, I'm gonna see if I can do this.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine. Time for a change. Here it comes.
And if there's only one left, I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Time for a change.
Whoops. Although I kind of
Now
do
then.
want vengeance.
Ready to try again?
That was quick.
Next fight might not be so easy.
So this horse, I'm gonna leave alone.
It's so clear. Let's try some.
And on this, I'm going to at least get up to where one of the goblins are at first.
Take it from here, Neon.
I've got a sinking feeling.
Don't worry. We got this.
Down at the spot.
Whoop, where was I aiming?
Time for a change.
That thing's huge. Must be good soil.
Still in our way. Let's cut through.
All right. Take it from here, Neon. This could look better. Time for a change. That's that.
All right, let's keep going.
Jack, look at that. Bet you can't break that wall.
It's already broken. Why would you
Barely
keep
see a
talking to
thing
me
in
like
this
that?
fog. We had
Okay.
better proceed with caution.
Take it from here.
Let's
Neon.
group the enemies up.
Okay. Better tread carefully.
Ah.
Okay.
Crap. Huh.
That's all of them.
Our journey continues.
I'm not loving this.
Come on.
Come on, follow me.
Loved it.
Jackpot.
Hurry up and try it on.
Time for a check.
So tell me, which one will you choose?
Which what?
Reward for restoring the crystals. Will it be treasure? Will it be princess?
I don't remember being offered a reward.
Of course you were. You just forgot.
Poor Sarah. Being offered up like a prize. If I were her, I'd be pissed.
Me too. But ridding the world of royalty's
What?
old-fashioned ways is
Why
no
did that
easy
one?
feat.
Well, maybe the Warriors of Light can do something about that.
Out with the old.
Can't choose.
Me either. On one hand, you get the crown, and it ain't like.
At least you'd be rich.
All right, that's enough childish daydreams out of you two.
Yeah, grow up.
Sure as
I just don't want to go
hell
back to the save point
Must be
that's
all this
much further
ID.
back.
There's one.
is. Time to go to work.
Any potions left?
No room for mistakes.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
You know, I thought there was one more enemy. I was mistaken.
Let's go.
Be ready.
Time to go to work.
As mistaken as Kevin Bacon?
This is the one. Time for a change. Jackpot.
I
Hurry up,
wonder
hurry
if it's actually using the Lancer. Well, I'm sorry.
Wasn't much of a
If it's
fight.
using the Gambler. Like
You
if.
look almost disappointed, Jack.
Hold on, what am I trying to say? If I change before the Lance hits,
Time for a change.
if it's actually using the other job. Hold on, let's try this. Oh my gosh, it's actually using F. I have learned something. If I switch to Gambler before the Lance hits, it's using the job with the lower stat.
Alright.
I have learned something horrific.
Take it from here, Neon.
I'll get them off your back.
This one must be the tyrant of the forest. It's disgusting. I want it out of my sight.
Was that what I was that's not what I was doing earlier though.
Still alive? When will this be over?
Stop whining and focus, else you'll get left.
I would rather die.
I'll annihilate you.
But how well will this work in a duel? What the heck? How did this happen? Okay. Sorry, this is just stuff that was in my pocket was suddenly on my hip or just like at my ribs. Oh, Lancer. Okay, so we got the Lancer stuff there. Frame rate is dropping horribly for some reason. Dumping more into Lancer, more agility, taking it out of stamina. We're going to be a one-hit wonder here. Break damage dealt, ability damage dealt, during Lightbringer damage dealt. Alright, and now we're going to see how we actually friggin' fare against Flying Fortress Lady at 400 because this is where, granted, we are taking a greater risk here,
This is
but
better tread careful.
whoops. Well,
This is the
oh. Well,
Now's your chance!
time for a change.
oh boy. Going swimmingly. It's weird. Sometimes the button, I must be pressing it too early instead of like trying to spam it. That probably would have helped. Um, Now, ideally, I would start with a whole set of artifacts. Um, what if you don't end up posting this video to YouTube? That's a possibility too. But if you're seeing this on YouTube, that's probably not what happened. Okay. Rat Tails, Errant Champion. I could do more master points. Whoops. As soon as I say that, I end up putting in the thing that's not a master point. So at this point, I have 166 agility. Ideally, I would set up in such a way that I could, mm, like that I'd have more, that I'd have red mage to 50%. And I don't have the treasures for that because I wasn't playing in such a way to actually acquire the treasures, and I'd have to rely on RNG, well, other RNG to see if like, oh, do you actually have that? And just for giggles, if I were to look, I probably don't. Um, like I don't have enough to put that together. Barely. By 1%. So. But we're gonna do, oh, I haven't done this fight. Well, I'm not gonna do the 300 version. Like, where's the highest limit release? 360? So I'm going in, I think I have Neon with me. Oh, I don't have the summoner job unlocked. Why did I say that earlier? I'm gonna just try to Chaosbringer.
Time for a change.
Crap.
We've had worse than this!
Whoa, wrong job. So this is not the way. I might still post like, oh look, Chaosbringer Lancer. I might still post that, but this is not the way. Chaosbringer is about that spam. Whoa, frame rate. What? Why? Why would you do this to me? It's about that spam. What? What are you doing? Haha. Whoa. Wait. No, seriously. What are... Oh my gosh. Are you friggin... Oh my gosh. Hey. What? No. What are you... Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Stop. What? Hey. Dude. What? Stop.
All right.
Alright.
Take it from here, Neon.
I'll get him off your back.
All right. Jackpot.
Hurry up and try it on.
Come on, his lackeys. Let's toss him overboard.
This looks good.
Lucky.
Hang back, Neon. Better tread carefully. Neon, hold on. We're in for it now.
Things happened. Not very well.
Oh, embarrassing.
Take it from here, Neon. Getting desperate. Bloody hell.
That's what you get for turning your back to me.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
Oh no.
This sucks.
Hang back, Neon.
Okay, so now we get, I guess we'll call it, we also get more Dragon Treasures. But we also get, like, I guess anima crystals and crap too. I forgot to have a talk with Bahamut. Get that summoner job unlocked. We might not go too much further. So summoner job is unlocked. Like, officially. Officially. And then so is this second mission, which is pain. Let's turn off some of the, oops. Let's turn off some of these trials. I probably should have checked my gear. This first round is going to go a bit slower. I probably should have switched, yep, I should have switched my combo abilities. It's too late. We're going to go in, hope he doesn't do a Shining Wave.
This is the one. All right.
This will help.
Getting desperate.
I win. This one. It's over.
Time for a change. This one's got
Whoops.
teeth.
Why would I do that?
I win. It's over. Spill forth. I do not fear.
Better try something different.
I just realized I'm not going to be able to critical hit him.
I win.
Yeah, I think Ninja would have been the way to go. I will consider this in the future.
All right. Time for a change. This is
Okay. Wait, why am I using invisible? Darn it. We're gonna try to bait this into a ranged attack fest.
for a change. Getting desperate.
It's so weird. I really thought I would have got hit. But if need be, I could have gotten like, I don't know, maybe another 15 seconds of Chaosbringer, assuming I didn't get hit. Oh, we'll do this again in 2,000 years. Like, what a horrible plan. Like, as in terms of planning goes, you suck. And that new prologue directly tells you, do this next mission in this wanderer. And just as a heads up, this next place is a great way to level up. Like, to catch up jobs that you haven't. Well, I'm sorry, catch up jobs that you actively play that you haven't if you're single player. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. Horrible.
Time for a change.
You feel that? Something's off.
Yeah. Just like with Muhammad here. Someone's trying to murder.
It seems not even chaos can cow their efforts.
That's weird.
Hurry up and try it on.
All right.
So I've gotten one level out of that. One level. So sweet.
The Lufenians are gonna try to link our worlds.
Okay, what is happening with the
Here and
graphics?
teach them another lesson.
Count me in. The warriors of light are coming, whether they like it or not.
Wasn't much of a fight.
The next fight might not be so easy.
100, 200 anima crystals. 200 anima crystals, but only one time. And then life gets a little bit easier because you can drink high ethers or mega ethers before going through a portal, and
Well, that explains the feeling in the air. Something's messing with this crystal.
Then let's find out who's behind the curtain.
they're like, this Ben guy has restarted from floor 1 like over 30 times. Like, hey. Hey. What? Shut the F up. Pardon me. We're gonna do Find Gateway. And if we're next to our wolf friends, we're gonna wolf out. We
Let's
are
go.
not next to our
Time
wolf
to go
friends.
exploring.
Our frame rate is taking a hit. While you're in the
Let's see
rift,
what's inside.
practically open every regular chest. If you're the host, if you're the visitor, your data will just keep getting erased
Come on.
every time you join, and that is unfortunately intentional.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine. This is the one. Time for a change. Tread carefully.
Well,
Now then.
Ready to try again?
is this enough points to get to the next mission floor? Also a heads up, your dimension points do not carry over to the next floor. If you know what, I need to just do a whole completely separate DLC2 Gilgamesh related Rift video at some point, because I think the number of questions that show up, and I mean, the length of this video is already like 5% of the time that people would even play this game for. So, uh, like I'm seeing more and more players end up in the DLC at like 30 to 40 hours, and unfortunately,
Let's loot this place.
there's a lot of info on the basic level that they're missing. That were in the tutorials, but the idea was that players would have time to digest and absorb this and practice, and a lot of them just kind of really, and impressively so, get as far as they do into the DLC without extra mode, without having some of that or most of that knowledge. Which unfortunately leads to the brutal, unfair, slog, grindy, confusing mess. Everything's overwhelming, and nothing is intuitive. And there's a lot of stuff that isn't. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that isn't. And then there's just a lot of stuff where the info is supposed to be right there, and it's just either forgotten, ignored, or neglected. And you can only sometimes you can only do so much when you present the info to someone, and it addresses one of their questions directly, and then they proceed to do something that's going to take them instead of 6 minutes, it proceeds to take them 10 hours, which is unfortunate. I forget if this next part is a solo fight. I'm gonna bring Neon just in case. Alright, Neon.
Come on, but what? Just
That is a massive poop. Oh, whoops. Crap. I want to get to... Well, oh. Okay, yeah, he finished that poop. So Rift Floor 4, we get access to the fuse. And some people hyperfixate on, what choice do I make if I don't make the... No, just choose one. Like, genuinely frustrated, angry, and upset that there isn't a guide on how to respond to this blacksmith. It's like, no, just choose one. Come on, frame rate, get better. Okay, I'm gonna shrink everything else.
I'm counting on you.
I'll get them off your back. That.
So we start a cycle of destruction here. And once we have enough momentum, and I'm not using the roulette because if I, well, let's just use it.
Take it from here, Neon. Better tread careful.
Hi, Neon. Poke.
Crush you.
One more invisible.
This is the one.
Just sneak behind you. Poke.
You fools! Now we're talking.
Then we punch Neon out. And then she becomes Merilith.
Right.
Will do.
This is the one.
So, in the invisible command, if I see that their reticle is red, I cast invisible so that they, or after they finish considering their next action,
That was quick.
Fight might not be so easy.
that they, that after they consider their next action, they look at the target, look at the list of targets, I'm at the bottom, and then Neon or whoever NPC is still there. And then they get targeted, unfortunately, for them. If we're in the boss room, that'll be great. If we're in front of the door, that'll be great. If we're just somewhere at the beginning, that'll suck.
Let's loot this place clean.
Time to go exploring.
Oh, great.
What's that?
Can you move? Pissing me off.
They're cutting it a little too close here. It doesn't help that she's a high agility boss to begin with, so.
Stop struggling.
That's that.
Learned a couple things from that one.
Pardon me. Let's get... Let's get a few Mega Ethers. Frame rate taking another hit. Let's just shrink everything, put the game up. Ideally, we would drink a high ether or mega ether before going in, but we're not. We're just gonna
Didn't
do
hurt
this.
to take a look.
It doesn't.
Watch yourselves.
Huh.
There's one.
Come on, follow me.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
Hey, 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 hey. What? Ranking registration success. Okay. Blue Mage unlocked. Is there a boss rift? That was a boss rift. Ruins of Machina. I don't think I've ever had to go through a doorway first, so we should spawn right in the boss room. This will be either great
Couldn't hurt to take a look.
I'm counting on you.
I'll get them off your back.
Time for a change.
or horrible. Try to get on their backside. Probably use invisible again.
We'll be here forever at this rate.
We're being targeted.
That's that.
Learned a couple things from that one.
And everything picks up on the way out, so you don't intentionally have to run through and grab all the things because it will pick up. If I don't see the chat right away, it's because I am constantly shrinking the game and doing this. Let's identify at least one item, though. Whoops. Lance can't identify crap because we don't have crap, so we dismantle stuff. Wait. Identify at least one thing, so that way these relics or the special they call them relics here, but then in the game it still says artifacts, so you'll hear me refer to them one way or another. A boss. This probably won't drop us in the arena, but we might be very close to like the ledge just before it. We
Let's
are
go.
not. We were in
Time to go
fact
exploring.
not.
Come on.
Come on, follow me.
We'll do
Time
it.
for a change.
Have a look at this.
Time for a
Stay
change.
on your toes.
Oh, you jerk.
Keep it together. Time for a change.
Over already?
Barely even worth the trouble. All right.
Oh gosh, that was violent. I don't have enough. Oh wait, there's 3 of you, so this might work.
This looks good.
Lucky.
Now then,
Ready to try again?
that was quick.
Next fight might not be so easy.
I hear a cactuar. If I don't mess this up.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
Boring.
Next.
That was Smithy Hammer 3, so apparently this save I did not. Crap, there's like 340 of those. On this save, I did not get the Smithy Hammer 3 from the Ancient's Tower side mission. Too bad! Hey, you jerk. What? Too bad. Hey. Oh boy. Neon, protect me. Oh good. Thank you, Neon.
My will manifest.
My will manifest. My will manifest? Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Go through the portal, Jack.
You look like $1 million.
No, Jack, you don't look like $1,000,000 gil or dollars. Okay. Defeat boss. Defeat a boss. Drop the boss. My voice has been getting weaker over time, so I can't
Didn't hurt to take a
do
look.
Elmo voice anymore.
Come on.
Follow me.
Breathtaking.
This
Not that I
one's
played
mine.
Elmo. Just a disclaimer. Uh, I did not. I've never voiced Elmo. Pick up that loots. Pick up that loots. Yeah, I seen him. What of it? You punk? That's not a boss rift. Darn it. Well, I don't feel like dealing with all bosses at this moment. At this juncture. I should have stopped. I was like, early Gilgamesh. And then I'm like, I'm going. Just to kind of show that the investment is still paying
Let's
off.
go.
We'll take care of the rear.
Let's go.
Let's make this entertaining. Have a look at this.
I'll take that.
Over already?
Barely even worth the trouble. This is the one.
You know, usually there's a tone barrier over there. This is
Alright.
one of those times where they are not.
Time for a change.
We'll be here forever at this rate. Breathtaking.
That took so long for me to stand back up.
Treasure, huh? Time for a change. Wasn't much of a fight.
You look almost disappointed, Jack.
Time to go to
Boring.
work. Next.
I'm having trouble interacting with this. Okay. Okay, well, apparently that was not the answer, that was not the key. Where's the boss? There's a boss. Boss! Nope. Chaos Monster. I probably could do the Chaos Monster. Find a gateway with 7.5. Let's find a magical gateway. Worst case, we just, worst case, we die! We die, crash, shut down, otherwise.
Let's loot this place clean.
Time to go exploring. Come on.
Come on, follow me.
Uh-oh.
Take it from here, Neon. Here it comes.
Crap. I didn't switch back in time.
Time for a change.
Wrong job. Crap.
We're in for it now.
We're just getting warmed up. By a sword's breath.
We need to patch ourselves up.
We need to patch ourselves up. Why do you grab this knowing full well it doesn't, just best practice habits. Do you have a crossbow? If you have a crossbow, you die.
Time to
If
go
you
to
don't
work.
have a crossbow, I leave you alone. I just ran right by a portal.
Take it from here, Neon. This looks good.
I think we're safe.
I could keep going. Time for a change.
I lied.
Let's go.
Boring.
Barely even worth the trouble.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to type out like Rift Labyrinth. Okay, something I haven't done in a while is shove my gear into the storehouse. And that's much better. Okay, let's hope that this frame rate clears up. No? Yes? Oh boy. Wait. Wait. We've always just been in the boss room, right? Or at the boss door. Like, we've never had to run through this and use an elevator.
Let's go.
We'll take care of the rear.
Getting desperate. All right.
Oh, F you.
Time for a change.
Ooh.
Hit him where it hurts.
Thank you, Neon.
We win.
All right.
Why did I grab that? Why am I even doing this? Because you just wanted to play the game again. Just a little bit. Just a bit. Which causes you to think about it again. Okay, so this next one, we are going to drink a Mega Ether so that we go in with more power because the fight starts a little bit rougher. And also when you reset, you have the
Let's
stuff.
loot this place clean.
We'll take care of the rear.
Ready. Let's go.
I'm ready for anything.
Better tread carefully.
me.
I'll crush you.
Gotta sink you feeling.
Don't worry, we got this.
Neon!
My trump card. Now we're talking.
Why would you say that? Also, these poses are so bad to me. But someone somewhere said, this will look amazing. Tails. Rat tails. Tails? Like Sonic and Tails? Let's not talk about them. Tolls. They call me Tolls because I love collecting tolls. Okay, boss. Terra Tortura has given people a hard time, like, figuring out where to go. And I'd say, ultimately, go the way that you haven't been. And I realize that's not super... There's no linked gateways. What am I doing? You know what? Let's go to the place that... Let's go to the place that we all hate.
Let's loot this place clean.
We'll take care of the rear.
Whoops.
Look at this.
I'll take that. Reinforcements.
We're almost done.
Whoops.
Can't move. More fodder to kill.
Sooner this is over, the better.
Time for a change. Time for a change.
Okay. So that's squared away.
It'll take more than that to stop us.
Good job. Now on to the next.
Okay. Any boss? Oh, defeat boss. Well, I don't think this will give us enough, but at least they're kind of short.
Let's go.
When the frame rate is not acting up.
Stay on your toes.
Hello, frame rate.
No more
crap. Oh, Neon. When you tank, don't tank them into me.
Bit off a little too much there.
Win is a win.
Okay. And now we can do a shorter, smaller rift. Preferably... Oh! Defeat a boss. Wait. What if that's not, like, directly in the boss room? Let's do defeat a chaos monster.
Let's head in.
I'm counting on you.
Oops, oh my gosh, getting dizzy. But I heard a guitar. Where are you? Spawn, ambushed.
Hope it's good.
All right. Time to go to work.
Huh.
All right.
I think we're safe.
I could keep going.
I could. I am.
We'll do.
That was quick.
The next fight might not be so easy.
If you don't unlock all the limit releases from the world map, then you'll have over 340 chests before you end up getting all of them in the rift. And that can take a while.
Let's go.
We'll take care of the rear. There's one.
Time to go to work.
Okay, now we need... Oh, crap.
Time for a change.
Let's do this.
That worked.
Not an example I want to follow.
This one's got some teeth.
We've had worse than this.
Take it from here, Neon.
We'll do.
Not a line I've ever heard her say. Crap. You got me.
All right. This is time for a chance.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
And then he says something about, oh, just a neon. Jack! Jack? Now, realistically, I should have upgraded my gear quite a bit ago. Or like taken advantage of the fuse features, but I'm just like trying to push what I have. and it's starting to run into some issues. Or rather, I am running into some issues with this glass cannon-y playstyle that is going to get me slain. New weapon abilities available. Sweet. Just a heads up, if I don't read the chat right away, it's because I did shrink everything down again, just to see if it helps with the frame rate. Oh, I got a Phoenix down? Sweet.
Didn't hurt to take a look.
Come on, watch yourselves.
Stay on your toes.
Crap.
Jack, now's your chance.
No more running.
Got a sinking cage.
Don't worry, we got this. Here it comes.
Fight in the streets of Cornelia. I wonder if this...
My sword breath.
We need to patch ourselves up.
We need to patch ourselves up. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna start with a Mega Ether and hope that the 1,000 points actually becomes more than 1,000, more like 1,750 or some crap.
Let's go.
We'll take care of the rear. Stay on your toes.
Keep it together.
Thank you, Neon. Okay, so how many points are we gonna get from this?
This one's got some teeth.
We've had worse than this.
That's all of them.
Our journey continues.
So instead of 1,000 points, we got 3,600-ish. That's enough to get to the next floor. Fight Gilgaman one more time. Probably this time we're gonna start with more. A Mega Ether.
Okay.
Whoops. We're gonna buy Mega Ethers. And we're gonna just buy potions even though. Now, one part of me says I want this to go faster. Whoops. So we might start investing in monsters. And he's like, oh, don't you know about Rosetta Stone? And I'm like, wait, do you mean that yeah, it's like $400. Hey, don't misrepresent it. Whoops. And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, but what else you got? and then he gives me someone glorp slorp kraken, and I'm like, no. And then I'm like, okay, well, what else you got? And then he's like, Wolfie, or no, skeleton bones. And I am pressing start to skip past this. And then I'm like, well, what else you got? Wolfie. And then I'm like, this is not Wolfie. This is the one that wants his heart. No. Nope. Oh, I gave him something? Shoot. Okay, well, I don't have enough for Wolfie now. So, whoops, sorry. Let's hope that one of these is Harpy. It's not. It's the horse. My little... and then we're going to go to see what else we got. And then, nope, we got Anemone. Okay. Well, this has to be the Harpy. This is not the Harpy. Alright. And then, so, let's just see for a moment how many stats we got. And let's also double check the chat to make sure that we haven't ignored anybody. And nope, there is no one to ignore. So we are here looking at this. And I'm going to swap out some of these combo abilities because agility, 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 agility. Agility mobility. You know, that one looks kind of cool. I'm gonna do it. Ability mobility. Do I need to finish talking to him? Okay. Here's the friggin' gill. And I was wrong, Astos. I was friggin' wrong. I thought I must need to clear the next rift.
Time for a change.
Yeah, it is time for a change of clothes.
Let's go.
We'll take care of the rear. Come on.
Come on, follow me.
Crush you. Uh-oh. Your back is facing me. That's a mistake. You know that was a mistake, buddy.
My trump card. Now we're talking. Take it from here, Neon.
I'll get them off your back.
Thanks, Neon. Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting I have to talk to him. Is that a letter A? Okay, so we got 2 more floors, and then once we reach, oh crap, all bosses. Oh, Mount Golgotas. Golgotas. And then, let's...
Couldn't hurt to take a look.
Could
on,
not
but
hurt
watch
to
yourselves.
take a look.
Let's go.
Be ready for anything.
And then we do this.
much of a fight.
You look almost disappointed, Jack.
Okay.
Hurry up, right on. Is that it?
Still a ways to go.
Oh, this is a boss rift. I forgot.
There you are.
Let's make this entertaining.
This is the one. Time for a change. All right. Time for a change. Time for a change. All right. Now then.
Ready to try again?
That was mean.
Now then.
Ready to try again?
Take it from here, Neon.
Will do.
Okay. And then we'll read the chat after this.
I hold wrong. This one's got some teeth.
Just getting warmed up.
You and the captain. Neon, we got this. Alright, we got the 5 monsters on the floor now. Ooh, a boss. This might be just enough. What if the battery dies? Do I remember how to pause the game? I don't think I do.
Let's go.
Time to go explore.
Wow, I actually mentally froze there.
Getting desperate. Can you move?
So I saw that she was targeting me with a red reticle. Uh-oh.
I'll remember that.
And you'll remember that I did this to your other self too.
Stop struggling. That's all of them.
Our journey continues.
Another thing I found strange, and about as strange as people who find their comment or their perception of it to be strange. When there's party members that talk who are not actively in your party, that's just like a whoa to some people, and I'm like, I guess they just haven't played like RPGs where that happens. Like, hey, technical limitations or balance reasons, it's not there. Just a little bit of imagination, and it's like, yeah, these party members would be traveling with you, but I digress. I know, it's like, what? I can't believe he friggin' said that, and then it's gonna get used against me later. Um, Let me see. So, Wolf, come out, Wolf. Girl! Okay, so this next fight is going to absolutely friggin' suck. And that is why we do a few things. We drink a Mega Ether, we go and swap out monsters that are going to help us. So we're going to feed summon stones and crap to get more agility for the goblin and wolf. We don't have the harpy or the cactar, but if we want more agility, that's where the limbering liver. Hey, that's you know that just end up shoving this down every creature's throats, and now we have a sizable amount of agility to deal with this crap that we're about to go through. We're going to get killed at least once, but I'm going in anyway, and unfortunately, if I check the chat, I haven't checked the chat yet, but if I were to check the chat and I go back to the game, I'm going to have a frame rate drop on a battle where I don't absolutely want a frame rate drop. So this is going to get really bad really quick.
Take it from here, Leon.
As soon as I say that, I'm like, I have to do this pretty well. Uh, let's reapply Invisible. I framed through the shock storm.
Better tread careful.
What's that?
You're in for it now.
Was just getting warmed up.
Okay, so now let's check the chat. There's no new chat. So, um, so that is done. This boss is over. And then we've completed
So,
the second DLC story. And then you're gonna see me possibly. And then at that point, that was just like, hey, go to the world map and crap like that. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna return to the world map, and then the camera's gonna pan up to the third Dragon Cave mission, and it's gonna go like whoop. Well, huh? It didn't do it this time. Did I have some other prompts that got in the way? That she stands like that. She's like, no, 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 no. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna quit. And then Mr. Bahaman, don't. You're not making any sense. Are you getting tired? Are you falling asleep? Okay. This is now available. Just this is not a speed run. And then we're going to crank up these friggin' trials at the bottom here. And just for gigglebutts, we're gonna take this up to rank 110 or crap. Go to the Hollowed Massif again. Unlock that one. Let's unlock the Rebel just in case. Alright. And you know what? Let's unlock at least one boss mission. Cause why not? And then we go into the stymied and we pull out. Let's lock this gear in. I think it's probably the same, but we're gonna switch over to that marksman build from earlier. I know it's been a while, right? We're actually gonna take Neon out of the party. She's not even in the party. Crap. And then we're gonna go and do this 3 times.
Let's go. There you
And we're not gonna
Getting
use any
desperate.
commands. Even though that would speed things up. We did identify one relic though, so this is why. This is why the loot that we get is going to yield higher, more powerful, amazing, amazing inner stats. Wow, that would have killed me without that dodge. This is gonna take a while. Welcome to the Bifrost. But here's the thing, I'm not pressing the button for 3 to 8 minutes. Like, I just hold it down one time. Sorry, instinct. I hold it down one time, and then I'm good to go. So, thank you, Coma, and thank you to the Chinese community of Stranger Paradise for discussing this. Because just the mere fact of, like, hey, how do we turn this into a no RNG way to make that happen? Uh, whoops. And so you equip whatever you get, because whatever you get is always friggin' better. Um, you know, I really thought, or at least at first, whatever you get is always better. I did get a better lance, so that's gonna be good for later. Uh, and I guess while I'm at it, I can shorten this run by doing investment into intellect, some ability break damage dealt. Um, sorry, I didn't mean to smack my lips there. Break damage at max break, whatever. And then we're gonna leave everything else alone because, you know what, let's just do drop rate. Because why not? And then let's go in there 2 more times. Let's just check. Chat. No chat. Oops. No chat.
This is the one. Let's loot this place clean. There you
And while the Griffin would be faster for
are. Here it
loot,
comes.
it's a lot riskier to get to. So this round will go just a little bit faster because I have like more intellect than last time. But yeah, more stats. Oops, sorry. Boots, chest, pants, another lance. So let's make this go just a tiny bit faster. Boots, chest. I think I Yeah, I don't. This is about going to go just. Ouch! It would be nice if we had a headpiece and I think gloves. Did I get gloves? I forget.
Time for a change. Let's go. There you
But I tend to stop at 3 times. And I don't think I'll go and bother to adjust the gear.
go. Here it comes.
Well, not on this build just because it's not really a build. Well, I guess technically almost anything that has a structure has a build. Is a build. Let me do this one more time for now. What's his face look like? His face is just... Oh, oh crap, oh crap, 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 crap. Gloves, a headpiece. We are set. We are friggin' 2 headpieces. We are set. We are set. Let's check the chat. Make sure there's no new chat. Whoops. And then we do this. Okay. Well, actually, I lied. We are going to update this gear. Wow. We don't get a single friggin' intellect. Crap. I don't think I've seen that before. Wow, we are not getting the intellects, friends. Okay, I digress. This is the build we have for farming. We're gonna go back to this other build for a bit, and we're going to filter by blessing all, and then we're gonna just look which one gives us the most agility, and then we're just gonna friggin' equip it. Did I have a choice there? Alright, so that agility, much higher. Let's just scroll through this to see if there's anything that increases agility. I don't see anything that's blue, so that's out. And then what we could do, at least on the accessory, no, overthinking it. So we have that gear. That gear, without customizing it any further, is sufficient for the end of the game. But we're going to maybe customize this just a little bit further. Where's my Lancer? Get a little bit more job affinity going. And just as an example of how well it does, we're going to turn off the trials first because those are going to get us in trouble. And then we're going to bring back Neon and
All right.
boss on the Fenia. Uh-oh. Okay, I take that back. We need to customize this. Because keep in mind, this is 140 more agility than what I had earlier. Whoa!
Just getting warmed up.
Um, so as something that I want Dragoon 400% to get more attack speed while I'm in the form. Uh, Something else that I might friggin' want is, well, one, I don't want to use Gambler, but we're gonna stick with Gambler. The blessing. Oh crap. This this could have been a different, better blessing. Uh, let's go with Sylph. So we're gonna get Red Mage 250% probably on the weapon. So let me swap out. Oh, and we can actually get Knight at this point. So let's look at the smithy. Well, first, let's make sure that there's a mission unlocked. We already did. But let's unlock another mission first. And then let's just dump it anima crystals into a job. And then, how high can I make this? Not high enough. Let's just try not to die. 330 is sufficient. Let's do spirit. So if I go to fuse and I look at the gear that I have equipped and I'm like, okay, well, I want friggin' red mage. And I look and I see that the only piece I have is gonna cost me a friggin' arm and a leg when it's time to transfer it over. So I look and I see, oh my gosh, I don't have that. At the bottom right, the 14 100 140,000? Yeah, 140,000. So it's gonna take a lot. And I don't have that. And I don't have the anima crystals. But hopefully oh my gosh, crap. uh I thought I locked a cactar needle, but I don't think I did. Tell me I did. Say I did. Say I did. The answer is no. So without a cactar needle, I need to come up with a way to farm. One way to farm. I am going to try an RNG method and just see what I have here. Uh, let's do monk. Let's do monk here. We're trying to get to monk 600%. So, uh, monk 600%, void knight 600%. That is our goal. Uh, it'd be great if we can reach that goal. Monk, monk, monk. Did anybody watch that show with Tony Shalhoub? I missed that show. Admittedly, I didn't watch most of the episodes. Uh, Void Knight, Void Knight, Void Knight, Void Knight. Why am I looking through it the hard way? Darn it. I won't be able to do this the way I was hoping. So let's look at this one other way. Do I have enough Void Knight? Do I have enough Void Knight? Is that your question? Yes. Do I have enough Void Knight? To get 600%. I need to check the... Whoops. Let me double check chat. No chat. Okay. Alright. 600% there. Tyrant. Summoner. Summoner. Where are you? want Summoner 120%, because we're going to do this for a bit. We're going to call this Cactar Farm. We're not going to call this anything. We're just going to leave it on that spot. So the Cactar farming, we're going to crank up a crap load of trials, make this so effing uncomfortable. We might turn the command cost down a little bit. And then just kind of notice how, oops, where is it? I have 51,000. I needed like, we'll just say I needed 147,000. I'm going to the Ancient Chaos Shrine, Wanderer, and I'm going to, oh, I need the flee command. Maybe I don't need the flee command. I'm gonna remove Neon just so that this goes a little faster. Gonna change, cancel.
Someone's trying to melt.
I'm ready.
You think it's Ophelia this time?
It seems not even chaos can cow their arrogance.
And then I probably could have
Now
done
then,
that again,
Let's
but
go. It isn't over.
yeah, my frame rate's taking a hit.
Now then.
But we'll do this for like maybe a few more times.
Now then.
Now
There.
then.
It isn't over. Let's go.
And we're doing this for mannequin materials. The Void Knight 400% is what allows me to catch up with them
Now then.
without using the flee command.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's see how much we have. So we had 51,000. We needed 147,000 just to do one transaction. That was very, and now we have 2.4 million. So we have a decent amount. But let's, did I save this? Ow, crap. Let's go back to the, oh, I didn't save it. Darn it. Highest agility. Wait, something is saved. Huh, I really thought I saved it, but I must not have. Okay, well, let's just put it over on that side. And now I want the red mage fusing. This is not the video to explain the fusing. I do apologize. I'll need to do that in a whole separate video. I see what I want right there. So we're going to keep Knight. That really highly inefficient fuse is done. It is now done. And so that part's squared away. Um, and then at this point, I'd look for things that would ultimately help me out in some way, shape, or form. I'm probably gonna do Dragoon on one of these pieces, so uh, just to get a little bit of haste while I'm there. Apparently, I do not have Dragoon on my headpiece anywhere, uh, so we're gonna look elsewhere. And we have some Dragoon on the gloves. I'm gonna replace that. This is a highly inefficient fuse. Oh, the rat tail jobs things. Crap. Uh, that's one thing I should have done, is spend my rat tails before doing this. Okay. And now we fuse again. What was I looking for? Dragoon. Two, one more Dragoon piece. So, oh, it's right there. It's right friggin' there. Agility's nice, so we're doing that. And then it'd be nice to have Void Knight, but I don't have the resources. But notice how this cost, instead of being 147,000 mannequins and costing a crap load of crests and rat tails. This is not the video for this. It's just costing a lot less. So two pieces, that's nice. And then what else is there? At this point, I almost don't even like. While I could make this better, I think I might just stop around here. Oh wait, Knight 400%. Let's do that. Okay, and then we could make the build better, but we're sticking with just a handful of things. So we have gonna bring the upgrade job affinity, gonna take that to 200, and then the knight's already good to go. Uh, and then so at this point we have some damage resistance. We have or mitigation. We have the Lancer 400%. We have the haste. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. We're going to get the haste from the errant champion. Our charge time's a lot faster. The Berserker, we could probably take that off. Maybe put something else that gives us more damage. Maybe. Um, you know what? Let's go for Gambler 600%. So, uh, I saw the Gambler, but let's just go here. So we're gonna Gambler 600% is more break damage when you're when your crap be low. Um, when your crap is low, your max MP. So that may help us out quite a bit, but I don't think we have enough pieces to put that together. We do have some. Oh my gosh, that 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 cost. Hunter 600% would help out too, but I don't think we can fit that reasonably onto the build, so we're probably going to avoid it. What is that? That's the friggin' other piece that I have. So I, it doesn't look like, through the natural course of play, it doesn't look like I have enough to fully realize this. But I'm still gonna try. Uh, I meant to go for Paladin. You know what? This is not the build video. I'm just tired and ranting at this point. Let's fuse over some higher quality effects just to see if we even have them. We might not, but if we have any higher quality agility, we do not. Any higher quality agility? I see it. I see a number 2 there. And then that one's just a little bit better. Nope. Better, but not like enough for me to splurge that amount on it. So we don't have anything on the high agility side. Let's look for Lance Hurl. Charge time Lance Hurl. We have something here. What's that? Let's grab it just to make it a little bit faster. And we have some ability break damage dealt. Anything that we don't end up having, we'll just find it on some other like we'll just smith the thing because that is better than most other ups. Whoops. Most other options. What the? Why did I lock this in? Damage taken at max HP, that would help, but... So this is the kind of crap that you could start doing. Let me just see. So there is some damage. Somewhere in all of this, there is damage dealt Lance combo ability. Just apparently my boots. So there's that. And then, sorry, let me just mark it so that I know how to find it again. Mark it with red. And then damage dealt. Whoops. Do I have any damage dealt with Hurl? I don't have any damage dealt Hurl, so, Lance Hurl, so that's out. Charge time reduction, but I already, now it's just my pieces, so we don't have much in the way here, but we're going to just move it over. Oops. Wow, come on, Ben. And then let's just double check a few more things. If we have during Lightbringer damage dealt, sorry, break damage dealt. So at this point we are like friggin' going for it in terms of optimization if we have it. Gloves. And then do we have charged attack? Break damage dealt. Already have it on the chest piece. Could get it on the head piece. Some on the legs, not so great. Some on the gloves, not so great. One on the in the prayer. Okay, so we take a look around and just try to fuse any of these remaining pieces together. Oh, uh-oh. Ran out of resources. Oh well. That's where the smithy will come in. So anything else is just a standard. We're going to leave that ability break damage dealt. Whoops. Anything else is just us trying to do a standard transaction at the smithy. I know I'm not coherently talking, but agility. The damage dealt. That's not, that is, unfortunately, the critical damage dealt was not as attractive as it looked. Because you need the critical hit in order to get a damage boost, and it's in the same bucket as all the other damage dealt. So it's just not very good. Whoops, wrong ability. Best practice, lock in the gear you're using so it doesn't accidentally ever get caught up in something when you're like kind of messing around and doing whatever. Like, oh, you're changing aesthetics, you're saving an appearance, but then you accidentally just like delete everything, and it's just it's a horrible feeling. So just to try this out one more time, and I should have used summoner on the second job, but
This is the one.
ooh, frame rate. Let's shrink this down.
All right.
And we have red mage do 50%. Yep. Okay.
Time for a change. Better tread careful.
So we got hit because Neon attacked during that. But this is, the fights tend to go a little bit faster now. So the actual gear grind part of it was shorter than the UI, and even then we don't even have all the stuff and crap to optimize it. But this is what we have for now. And just to kind of, what the F? Sorry, my security is like flipping out. Uh-oh. Worst case, this prevents me from, uh, this ends the stream and the VOD. Uh-oh. Okay. So Dragon Trials, let's just put some uncomfortable ones up. Okay, it's not super crazy friggin' high, but we're gonna try this and just know that we probably could have something that would function for, oh, that frame rate. Half the time you're gonna just hear me complaining about the frame rate.
Called his lackey. Let's toss him overboard.
So cutting it kind of close on this one.
Breathtaking.
This one's mine. Time for a change. Neon, hold on. This one's got some teeth.
Crap.
This sucks.
That gunshot. Crap. That was nice and violent. I took my eye off the prize.
This is the
Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
Look at this.
I'll take that.
Hurry up, fight on.
Here it comes. Neon, hold on. We're in for it now.
This is grim.
Hang back, Neon.
Now's your chance.
Okay. You jerk. So we still die fast. Outside of our lovely Chaosbringer. Oh boy. Wait, oh, I guess we set the max HP pretty high too, so that's something that worked against us. But see, only 15,000, I mean, well, not but see. Hold on, let's look for a moment. Upgrade Java Affinity. So we didn't get that many mannequin materials to help with this, and I realized I didn't even talk about what they do, what they cover, given how the beginning of this video started. But yeah, instead of like pushing all the way to the end, just know that I would have been able to clear this, and I've gone way past Gilgamesh difficulty, so. And then I probably would, at this point, just swap out Gambler for Ninja, just so that it's a little bit safer. And I'd go back to get the limit releases for Ninja before going on to the final mission. I could try to still make this work. But it's kind of scary. So, yeah. But I'm going to stop here. I thank anyone that came out, or anyone that's watching this later, VOD or YouTube or wherever this ends up. But yeah, until next time. Oh, let me save.